Obviously, you have big companies, they know the value of it, but smaller companies that I know you still work with, how can we teach them of the value of having this as a funnel?
Yeah, so I think that the most common thing that I see amongst people who are just getting into digital marketing, or they have an existing presence, but they really want to level up, the most common thing I see is people just expect to, go on social media, start posting content, and then, all these people are going to come knocking at their door for their services or their product or whatever it is, right? So unfortunately, it does not work like that. Otherwise, everyone would have a social media company. And so I think that the biggest thing for people starting off on social media, or the people, like I said, that want to really level up, what you need to understand is it's like building a house. You have to lay the foundation before you can start building the walls and build up, right? So the most important thing is to establish your brand. Who are you? A lot of people don't have, for example, branding guidelines, simple blueprints as to who they are and what they represent and what they're serving people for. And that's a mistake. Like, we think of Nike, for example. What do you think when I say Nike?
Just do it.
There you go. The swoosh, right? And the just do it. They have done a really good job of branding themselves, branding what they stand for, and creating an identifiable and recognizable brand. And so that's the number one thing that I see. People don't really know who they are, or how they want to be perceived on the internet. How can you start a marketing campaign when you're not clear on your own identity, right?
Or who's your avatar client?
Exactly. And that's a big one too. Yeah. And so that's super important before you start any type of marketing, whether it be traditional or online marketing, right? So step number 1, create your brand. We can help you. I would say then number 2 is a huge mistake that I see is people go into it haphazardly and they don't really have a plan or strategy, right? So, they have Joe Smith, their web designer, and they're like, oh, hey, Joe, just start posting on social media. It doesn't matter. Just throw some content up there, right? And so that I see that a lot too. So people are trying to, I get it. People are trying to bootstrap and use their resources that they have internally at their business. But at the end of the day, my school of thought is that's actually hurting the brands, because there is so much noise out there. We are bombarded by we're bombarded by commercials, by billboards, by scrolling. People scroll through 300 feet a day. That's the size of the Statue of Liberty. That's the average person scrolls that much. And so when people are just, exactly, carpal tunnel. So people are just so bombarded by all of this noise. And so when you go into a marketing campaign with zero strategy, you're now just a part of that noise, and no one's going to care. No one's going to stop. And so you have to think visual disruption. How can I visually disrupt these people and make them stop and care about my message and my brand? Again, that goes back to creating an identifiable and recognizable brand. So you see how all these kind of pieces start to fit
So it's
together.
not about just the quantity. Let's get posts out there. Because that's ultimately, it's going to hurt you. It's got to have relevancy.
Exactly.
And it's also got to show, to break away from that mold.
Right.
It's got to show character, right? Who you are.
Yeah. And that's the very tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
And then you have to go into, because you think about it, there's so many different social media networks. How do people decide what they're going to use? It's very overwhelming, right? You have YouTube, you have Twitter, you have Pinterest, you have Instagram, Google Business, Facebook. People start to freak out, and every platform is different. And sometimes it deserves its own content strategy, right? Because there's different avatars on each platform. Right. And so there's so much that goes into it when you're starting to strategize and plan. And then organic is just one small piece of it. You have to also marry paid to have any sort of relevancy, right?